Hello everyone. I'm going to be doing my speech on acrylic pouring. So I'm going to show you guys how to do an acrylic pour. I have been doing acrylic pours for about 2 years. So I know a lot about them in general, and I have the steps right here. So our steps are, collect your supplies. Then we're going to mix your own paint here. I'm doing this the cheap way for you guys, so I mean, you can buy your own paints, but they're usually more expensive, so we're going to mix them ourselves, and then we just have to do the pour at the very end there. So in front of me are all the basic general supplies. So here's a list of them all here, and I'll just go explaining these. You want your newspaper, or something to cover it with. Torch. We got something to mix it with. I use these things, coffee stirrers, tongue compressors. We have plastic cups. You need, paints, which you can get from the dollar store. I like to use this Artist Loft paint here, which is the cheapest of like art paints from Michaels, and then basics more. Water. One of the biggest things you're going to need is a paint pouring medium, which can be, again, if you see on here, you can use glue, or you can also buy artist grade medium, but that's the most expensive. Glue is the cheapest, but you're going to get like, it's not the best. So a lot of people use this Flood Flortel here, which is the cheapest and the most for your buck, and it gives you a nice consistent pour there. And then there's some optional things, which I'm only including one to show you, which is this here, which is the liquid silicone, which you can add to your mixing process to get some bubbles in it. So I'm just going to show you the mixing here real quick list. So, and I'm going to show you how to mix one real quick. So I need some more black, so I'm going to use the black. It's a nice metallic black. And you're just going to want to... Now, you don't have to measure any of this. You can measure it all, but I just kind of eyeball everything. So you want about yay much to start with of whatever paint it is. Then you want to go directly to your paint medium, which is the Flortel. And then I'm going to do a nice little pour here. So you want, again, if you see from the edge here, about that much to start with. About 75% of the mix there, and then you're gonna stir this up. And a good reason why I'm using black is because you mix it, and if you can see here, it's starting to go. You're gonna see it all mix in a lot easier on the sides and that. And this is mostly all by sight. Again, you can probably go online and find something that will give you exact measurements, but I'm so used to it by now. So, and what you're basically doing is taking the paint, and you can just kind of match it up and look to make sure that it's the right color. And for the consistency, I do check. You're supposed to get like a nice run, which, as you can see here, something akin to honey. It's a little too thick, and that's where your water comes in. So this you want to apply just a little bit at a time. A lot of people say try a teaspoon first. I just pour, and you want to mix it through again. We're getting there. A little bit thinner, a little bit more water. See, we're starting. That might be good. Yeah, I think that is our good consistency there. So that's how you mix your paints. So now we're going to go on to the pour. Little pouring techniques out for here, which according to the article, The Complete Acrylic Pouring Techniques, written by Sarah Wagner. I'm going to tell you there's a lot of pours, but these are some 3 basic ones. So we have a dirty pour, which is you just layer different colors of paint into this, and you just pour it into the cup. And then a puddle pour, you take like solid colors and you pour it on, and then you just tilt the painting, which I don't do those. I don't really have any examples of those. And then the flip cup pour, which is one of my favorites, which is what we're going to be doing in the video. That one is where you, again, it's almost the same as the dirty pour. You just pour everything into this cup here. And then what we're going to do is take the painting and flip it and then plop. Okay, let's do the pour. So you just kind of layer everything however you want to do it. I usually start with, you know, solid black or white. Just do some blue. Again, all pre-made, all used the flood on. Let's get some purple, some green, some red. You never really know what you're going to get with these. That's some of the great things. And I mean, again, you can do a bunch of layering. Same colors. I'm going to just speed this thing up. I have a very small canvas here. So that's the flip cup pour there. And you can, you know, tap this thing. Another thing some people like to do is they like to take some of the paint and just so it's a little bit more runny and just pour it around here. So when you pour it, it will go. Then you just want to manipulate it. So this is the best part of the acrylic pour. Again, this, you poured it, and now, which I should be doing this towards the camera. I like my stuff a little bit thicker, to be honest. There's probably some people that like it a tad bit thinner, but, and unfortunately, I used a lot of dark colors here. A lot of dark colors, but I did not use enough paint either. So that's mostly a flip cup. You can add more flip cups over here. I'm just going to put some yellow down. That's the thing about these. You never know what you're going to get. And that's something I really like about them. You might have to get a little dirty too. Always wear clothes you don't really care about. So for time's sake, I did that. And another thing you can do is you can torch this sucker, which I try to always torch mine to pop any air bubbles. So, which this one might not have too many of. Again, if you have the silicone, you're going to see a much more effect here. But you can see some of these, like in here, that's what the torch is doing. So that is an acrylic pour. So I'm going to finish this up. Let's go over our steps. You again want to collect your supplies. You want to mix your paint, and then you pour it, and you picked your pouring technique. We did a flip cup, we poured it, and then you build your artistic empire.